In the fake martial arts world, for some reason, it doesn't bother me if the Bushido artists are Asian. I mean proper Asian.
Woo, Asian as hell.
I figure they invented the real stuff so they can be excused for the fake stuff. Being an Aussie, when I hear an Australian accent attached to one of these goons, it hits differently. And there seems to be a certain hands-on touchy trend with these Aussie blokes. Like this bull champion who thinks he's the Loch Ness Monster. If Lockie liked to be inside of other fellas.
If I'm like one big water creature, you're just part of me now. My water or my hydraulics are filling you. Now I've filled you up, you become part of me.
What a joker!
And who could forget Sifu Maki Raz, the man who loves touching and feeling people and somehow sold it as a way to defend yourself.
I want to feel as much of his body as I can. I just feel more of his body.
Touch me. Yes.
We just play with his body down there.
Adding to the list of killer koalas from down under is Sifu Adam Meisner, or as I like to call him, Sifu Meisy.
When he comes at me, I hua, and I na. Okay? After I hua and na, I can fa. At any contact point, at any change, I hua and na, I fa.
Much like his fellow warrior wombats, Meisy also likes to be extremely close to men whenever possible.
Or he's giving you like a cuddle, so my mass is the closest. Cuddle me, cuddle me, cuddle me, cuddle, cuddle, cuddle me.
Plus,
the Meisinator even has an affectionate name for his greatest weapon, his trouser sword.
So if he just rests on my pong, that's pong.
He isn't selfishly just having his pong glaze though. Meisy is very considerate of his partners and their respective needs.
If he comes and I want it to come in, this loo, cuddle, just cuddle me. If he comes on my pong,
I am definitely asking my girlfriend to rest her chin on my pong tonight. But I digress. Meisy is the king of Tai Chi and awesome sounding words and phrases such as Li, An, blah 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 blah.
The consciousness, the qualities of the form. The Chi, Yang style doesn't, the Jin.
if he comes on my pong, just cuddle me. Hua, and then na.
All the cool stuff to make you feel enlightened and ready to protect yourself from attackers. And references. He comes with impeccable references, like any pro.
I now find myself compelled by the teachings of a Caucasian from Sydney, Australia. His name is Adam Meisner, and in colloquial parlance, he is a freak.
Now, those of you that say,
"Oh, these aren't for fighting, they're just for spiritual stuff,"
you are clearly just a
Dumb motherfucker. Some cause.
That is not what Meisy is telling me. This shit can be used in the UFC.
I'd shift back, turn my body as he's still coming in, touch the head, and just follow far towards the ground or out to the side. Stick and follow his head and retreat the rear leg. So back if you're more engaged, like so. And then if they really work it, stick and follow his head. On my pong.
I'm sure this would be handy against someone who isn't playing along with your horse in a real world situation. And it does look awfully similar to a certain someone who is known for severing brain stems.
Hit you in the eyes like this on the way down.
Yeah.
As you come here, I'll hit you here. By the time you're down here, look what's exposed.
Yeah.
It's your brainstem.
Meisy sums it all up very simply and takes a dump on actual martial arts and real forms of combat.
External martial arts is like pistol whip. You pick up the gun and you beat the hell out of somebody with it. Internal martial art is like putting the gun on them and pull the trigger. The insides move, not the outside. How does it work for fighting? Ah, no wonder. Yep. Cuddle, just cuddle me. If he comes on my pong.
Yeah, I tell you what, Meisy, come over to Thailand and I know a few lads who might have something to say about your theory. Don't belittle actual martial arts in order to talk up your own hocus pocus, bruv. Stay in your lane. Stick to scamming people with internal spiritual stuff in a bogan Aussie accent.
Wherever he touches me, I can come on my pong. If he comes on my back.
Now I tell you what isn't fake martial arts on Bullshitto, and that is the awesome range of merch available at the store. You can drape yourself in glory and take your martial arts game to the next level, as well as supporting Cigalism and joining the movement that's sure to take over the world. Link in the description. I also discovered that Meisy has a foot fetish, specifically a seated foot fetish that involves domination. Weird kink.
And I feel his feet, so I'm always touching his feet. If I can touch his feet, I can control his whole body.
right? If I can touch his feet, I can come on his back.
There is obviously your usual allotment of friendless, lonely assistants bouncing around like good little circus monkeys whenever Mizey needs them to.
I can fire.
Look. Oh.
I use the charging lia. Okay, cow. Okay, China Jiao cow.
That we call in Chinese Bahui.
But even after decades of teaching and believing in your own delusion, even Big Mize is starting to doubt his own teachings and tiring of hearing his own voice.
Be quiet. Stop talking. Be quiet. Start listening.
If he comes on my pong and I feel his feet, so I'm always touching his feet.
Now I just realised that if you take one look at the people in this class, it becomes pretty clear with what we're dealing with here. We've got this student-like fellow who's obviously a dark web anime porn lover, creepy men's fashion store manager who collects toenail clippings, possible rug-munching minge lovers in a relationship, HR manager who's noticeably aroused by the two men touching, dude just happy to be away from the wife and kids, and this middle-aged lady coming here hoping for some dick but instead finding all these cucks.
Be quiet. Start listening.
Cuddle me.
That is what we're dealing with.
Be a moron.
Yeah.
To be moronical. An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
Now I could handle all the nonsense, but then I saw this. Not only did he manage to rope in beloved Aussie furniture salesman Captain Snooze to assist him, but he has the balls to think he can challenge Sensei Scrotum Scabs to the title of baddest seated mofo alive. I think not, Mizey. Stick to cuddling blokes and letting them on your pong.
Get up.
Not everyone is as respectful and appreciative of Mizey as I am. This bloke from the UK sent out the challenge to any of Sifu Adams' crew, or indeed the man himself, and challenged them to demonstrate the teachings on him.
Don't even have to go tough, we can just do gentle, free form, pushing hands, freestyle, and you can see whether you can make me hop around, fall on the floor, push me up in the air when you're pushing me down, or any of these other wonderful magical things that Adam does on his own students and never to people resisting, and I'll film it and we can put it online.
I'm not sure what all the hate is about. Who doesn't want to pay $50 a month to dance around on cliff tops with other grown men? And then do whatever this stuff is. And I'm sure there's plenty of cuddles and pong action involved. Right, Sifu Mizey?
Cuddle me. Cuddle. So I'm always touching his feet. If he comes on my pong...
Alright, legends, what did you think of Mizey? Do you think he's real? Do you think it's legit? Would you dare challenge him to a fight?
If he comes on my back...
Has anyone ever tried to come on top of your pong? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, legends, be careful who you let onto your pong.
And I feel his pong.
Definitely don't cuddle the wrong person, but above all, stay awesome. Peace, legends.
And I'm free when I close my eyes. Help me wash away my sorrow.